come on. Where are you guys? I mean, I know this is all new to you, but I've taken you through it loads. Ah, there you are. Everything okay, Fingers?
Oh, bloody hell. This is all too much for me, this is. I tell you, I used to struggle with the old teletext girl. Never mind all this malarkey. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, look, I'm here now. Is it just you and me then, girl? You were very mysterious about things when you set this up, you know.
Well done for getting here, Fingers. I mean, I know it is a stretch for you. Well, perhaps easier than some of the stretches you've done.
No, Bex, I know you never liked what me and your dad got up to, but you never wanted for anything, did you, eh?
Yeah, well, never mind about that now. I'm expecting Charlie. Despite my misgivings, I need help from both of you.
Oh, hello, both.
Hi.
Well, this is a turn-up, isn't it? I haven't clapped eyes on either of you for over a year. Funny what all this pandemic stuff is affecting. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, Chaz. But this lockdown business, it's really getting to me. I haven't spent so long inside, well, since that stretch you and I did in Parkhurst.
Okay, well, thanks, Charlie. But look, we've only got 40 minutes, so can I get down to business?
Well, that suits me. Got to Skype my grandchildren in an hour. They like me telling them stories, the olden days, 30 years ago, as I like to call it. What's up then, Bex?
Okay, so the police have been going on about scams and new ways of conning money out of people during the lockdown. Well, would you believe it, but Mum's been done by one of them.
No. Oh, poor old Jill. Yeah, what happened then?
Right, well, this guy calls himself Ronaldo Lavador, if you can believe that name.
Well, sounds well dodgy for a kick-off.
Yeah, well, he calls Mum up out of the blue about a month ago. Said he was from a company called Palisade Wealth Management, and he was offering advice about inheritance tax planning. Reckoned he could save her from paying loads of tax when she dies.
Yeah, well, to be more accurate, save you from losing her money to the tax people. Jill wouldn't really care at that stage, would she? She wouldn't give a stuff.
Well, okay, that is true. But anyway, he asks her all sorts of questions like, how much has she got saved? What's the house worth? And things like that. Really confused Mum. Then he said he's got a plan. She could take a chunk of money out of the house using something called equity release, and he would hide it from HMRC for her.
Oh, I've heard of that. The equity release thing, I mean, yeah. My brother-in-law did that. He bought a place on the Costa del Sol. It's a lovely gaff. And he's got cheap booze and English boozers. I mean, it's perfect, isn't it? I'll tell you what, though. Enough a pity he won't be visiting it for the next few years, what with all this quarantine business, and he ain't going to get any cheap flights anymore, is he, eh?
Shame. Same thing happened to my next door neighbour. Do you know the craze?
Okay, can I get back to Mum, please?
Oh. Sorry, Bex.
Yeah, sorry, Bex. Now, come on, what you were saying? What were you saying, girl?
Yeah, right. So this Lavador bloke persuades her to take 100k from the house.
100 grand? Blimey, he wasn't messing about, was he, eh?
No, he wasn't. And anyway, she goes along with it.
No.
Yeah, it gets worse. I mean, despite all the warnings from her bank, Lavador gets Mum to give it to her, gets her to give it to him in cash. I mean, he tells her it's cash is safest with all the volatility in the stock market and talk of negative interest rates.
What? How could you be so stupid?
That wouldn't have happened if Dave had been alive, I can tell you, sharp as a new pin was Dave, wasn't he, eh?
I would have stopped her if I'd have known about it, but she didn't tell me anything. So she gets the cash and gives it to him and leaves it outside the front door for him to pick up. And off he goes with it.
Bastard! Fancy taking advantage of a poor, vulnerable woman like that. There used to be a code of honour amongst us thieves. We'd never have stooped that low. No.
And all this out, eh? Bex?
Well, so Mum didn't hear from Lavador for a few days, so she rang him. No answer, straight to voicemail. He didn't reply to any emails either, so after lots of unanswered calls and emails over a few days, Mum began to get worried, and eventually she called me to tell me the story.
Poor Jill. I bet she went off worried sick. Now look, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know, right? I've got a few bob tucked away,
Me too, Bex. I must give Jill a ring.
No, don't do that, Charlie, please. I promised her I wouldn't tell anyone. I mean, she's really embarrassed about how stupid she's been.
So, why are you telling us then?
Well, I'm just so mad at the way she's been scammed. I want to do something about it.
Well, what can you do? Do you know where this Lavador lives? I've still got some contacts. I could get a few of the boys to go round and pay him a visit. See if we can get him to cough up.
Well, he was clever. I mean, he never gave his address or anything, and his so-called website for Palisade has no information other than the phone and email details. But I work for a software company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got one of my colleagues to help me, and between us, we hacked his email account, got his IP address, and bingo.
I'm not right sure I understand what that means, but well done. Well, I think it's well done anyway.
Yeah. Where does bingo come into it, Bex? You going to challenge him to a few games of cards?
Oh, you twits! I was able to get into his computer and snoop around for information. I mean, I've got his address, bank details, music choices, and porn preferences. The lot.
Oh dear.
So you're going to steal the money back, are you?
Oh, sweet. Internet banking has got its advantages, isn't it,
Well, I wish it was that simple, but no. I mean, he hasn't got much in the accounts I could find, and I reckon he's still got the cash. I mean, the queues at the banks at the moment are horrendous, so he's probably keeping it safe, quite literally. But we do need to move fast in case he moves it on.
Safe, eh? So that's going to be where I come in then, is it? Yeah.
Well, you were the best in the business, Fingers. There wasn't a lock you couldn't pick or a safe you couldn't crack. I reckon the money's as good as ours again.
Well, yeah. Well, that's very kind of you, Bex, but, it's been a while, girl. I haven't been keeping up to date with all the new sort of digital developments and all that sort of malarkey stuff,
Oh, it's like riding a bike, Fingers. You never forget.
I forget the load these days, Chaz. It's frightening, really, isn't it, eh?
Oh, nonsense. But why involve me, Bex?
Well, Fingers might be brilliant at unlocking safes. When it comes to the gentle art of burglary, there's nobody better than you. I mean, there's bound to be an alarm and stuff.
Well, that's true, but you're forgetting something.
What?
Well, you said you wanted to move fast.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do anything till the end of June.
Yeah, busy, are you? All that daytime telly, tying your diary up, is it? And all these book sits don't watch themselves, do they, my good man?
Well, no, it's not that.
Well, what then?
Well, it's all right for you lot in England, isn't it? You're allowed to drive anywhere as long as you don't stay overnight.
Unless you're Dominic Cummings, eh?
What's your point, Charlie?
Well, here in Wales, we're still under house arrest. I don't want to get on the wrong side of the law.
Yeah, why change the habit of a lifetime, eh?
Charlie, are you seriously telling me that you won't help until this lockdown's eased? I mean, think of poor Mum's mental health. This is essential travel, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. But there's got to be proper social distancing between me and Fingers, eh? 2 metres at all times. And I want plenty of antibacterial wipes and hand gel.
Okay, agreed. I can't believe this virus has even affected housebreaking protocols.
Yeah, maybe, but At least we won't look out of place wearing masks and gloves for once. You know, I've still got a load left from when we were more news, so to speak.
Well, that's brilliant. Thank you both so much. I'll text you the address and I'll leave it to you to plan the heist.
Ah, no probs, Bex. We'll get straight onto it. Straight onto it, girl. Just give us a week, so.
Just like old time fingers, eh?
Yeah, old times. Hello, Bex. Hello, Chaz.
Hello, boys. How did it go? Any luck?
Oh, hi, Bex. Well, I have to say, the old firm, or at least what's left of it, hasn't lost its touch.
Yeah, do you know, that Ocean's 11 mob had got nothing on us. You know, Charlie was great. Although he did go a bit over the top and cut the mains cable to the house. I thought he was going up in a puff of smoke, you know.
Nonsense. All carefully planned.
Yeah.
I worked out where the security cameras was and managed to carefully jemmy open one of the French windows. Once I was in, I found that there wasn't an alarm system. All the cameras was dummies. Strange, really.
Yeah, do you know, for a geezer who makes out he's minted, it was a pretty ordinary house and all, wasn't it, eh? 3-bed semi with an old Ford Focus in the drive.
Well, that's odd. Maybe he's just not a very good scammer. Did you find the money?
Well, again, we had a bit of luck. He wasn't at home, so we had the run of the place.
Wonder where he was. I mean, he's certainly got a job that lets him work from home.
Yes. And you know, everything was in a right old 2 and 8 law. It looked like the old Murray Celeste. You know, bed unmade, kitchen cupboards open, half a cup of coffee on the kitchen table. It looks like he had to leave in a hurry.
Probably had to make a swift exit because one of his other victims was after him.
Well, what about the money?
Well, you were right about a safe, Bex, but it wasn't nothing special. Just one of them cheap jobs you get from Argus. Just like the one in the local drama group I belong to, actually.
Here, you've been treading the boards, Charlie.
Well, I have actually. All those years of making up them answers to police questions have given me a talent for putting on an act. We were rehearsing for our next production when Boris told us to go home and stay there. No idea when we can start up again. I guess we might try doing something on Zoom, keep ourselves amused, you know.
Come on, please get back to the point, guys.
Yes, sorry, Beck, sorry, love. Now, look, so I gets all my gear out of my bag, like, and I took a look. And you know what? You'll never believe it.
What?
Well, it was funny, actually.
What was?
Well, talk about a lack of security.
Oh, come on, Fingers.
Sorry, he'd only left the blooming safe open, hadn't he?
Yeah, the batteries had gone in the thing, so I was using the key, and he'd not shut the door. The key was still in it.
Well, was Mum's money there?
It was, and a whole lot more.
More?
Yeah, only another 150 grand.
Well, it seemed a shame to leave it there, so we grabbed the lot and made our way stealthily away.
Oh, wow. Well, great work, you two.
Yeah.
Mum's going to be over the moon. I can't wait to tell her. But what can we do with that other money?
Yeah, you know, we've been thinking about that too. Now, no one uses the old cash these days. Do you know, it was bad enough before the virus, but with all this contactless business. But now people, well, they just won't touch it no more.
And we can't really put it in the bank. I've heard about them unexplained wealth orders, and I don't want to have to try to explain where it come from. Do you, Fingers?
No, no. I guess we'll have to use that old tried and tested saving place. Do you remember? Under the mattress, like.
Well, you've certainly earned it, boys. I can't thank you enough. I was trying to work out how to reward you, so that problem's solved. Can you get Mum's cash to me?
Yeah, of course we can, Bex. Of course we can. And you know, it was a right giggle being back in the old game. I mean, especially for such a good cause and all. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it in a pizza box and drop it round to you next week. I'm coming down to the New Forest for the bank holiday, you see. Down here in Southend, it gets awfully crowded on the public holidays. And I want to get away from all those trippers bringing their filthy viruses along with them and all.
But won't you just be doing exactly the same thing by coming down here?
Oh,
Oh, never mind. Just ring the doorbell and we can have a 2-metre chat.
okay, thanks, I will. Gotta go now. Now, look, Mrs. Fingers has set up a family quiz on something called Hangout or something. And I have set a particularly tricky set of questions for the round on lockdown regulations. The first question is this. Which parent should you choose to go and see without offending the other one?
Oh, sounds fun, Fingers. Send me the answer sometime. It'd be good to know.
Okay, well, bye then, and thanks a million. Or at least, thanks 100,000.
Bye, Bex.
Hurrah!
Hi, Mum.
Hello, love.
You okay? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I'm okay. More baking today. I've got to find an outlet for all these cakes, though. The freezer's full and my neighbours keep ignoring me for some reason when I call over the fence to see if they want any more.
Well, at least it's keeping you busy.
Yeah, with that and my daily Joe Wicks workouts, the time flies.
Listen, Mum, I've got some great news for you.
Ooh, are they bringing back the Archers?
No, but it's better than that. I've got your money back.
What?
That money, the 100k, I've got it back.
What do you mean, back?
Exactly what I say. I know you told me not to tell anyone, but I was so worried about you that I contacted Fingers and Charlie.
Fingers and Charlie?
Yeah, well, I knew they'd help. They do anything for you after all they've been through with Dad and the team.
What did they do?
Well, we tracked down that Ronaldo Lavador and I sent them down to his house to get your cash back.
Oh, you silly girl.
Silly? What do you mean? What's silly about robbing a scammer?
He's not a scammer.
What do you mean? He conned you out of 100 grand.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. I knew I shouldn't have said anything to you.
Why not? Oh, I'm confused, Mum. What's going on?
Ronnie's a friend.
Ronnie? A friend? Oh, I don't understand.
He's an old friend of your dad's from way back. He used to do a bit of forgery and creative accounting for the firm. I contacted him because I had a problem. You remember the last job your dad did?
Well, no, I never wanted to know what you got up to. I always hated the idea that we lived on criminal profits.
I know. Don't know who brought you up. I blame the parents.
Oh, ha ha.
Well, anyway, Dad's last job was a good one. A really big result. Dad's share was 100 grand. But before he could do anything with it, he got ill and then he was, taken from us. I was left with a suitcase full of cash under the bed. I kept meaning to do something with it, but I never did. Then this lockdown came along and it gave me lots of time to do stuff. I decided to call Ronnie to get his advice. He suggested the idea of telling people the money came from equity release to explain why I suddenly had so much cash. He's used his shell company, Palisade Wealth Management, to help money disappear before.
But if that's all true, then why were you so worried that he'd stolen the money from you? Because you were in a right state when you told me.
Yeah, it's true. I was worried he'd double-crossed me. He went quiet and didn't answer his phone or emails. But he rang me yesterday, from hospital.
Hospital?
Yeah. A couple of days after he'd taken the money from me, he suddenly felt really ill. High temperature, cough, sore throat. Said he couldn't smell anything.
Oh no, not coronavirus.
He was rushed to intensive care after dialing 999 because he couldn't breathe. It was all very sudden.
Well, that explains the Mary Celeste.
What?
Oh, it doesn't matter, go on.
Well, he's recovering now, but still very weak. He'll be in hospital for a few weeks, he reckons.
Well, I think I'd better ring Fingers and Charlie. It's not going to be an easy conversation.
I thought you might have guessed what was happening.
How could I?
Well, I know how much you like your cryptid crosswords, and you did get an A star for GCSE Spanish, didn't you?
And?
Well, there were clues about what Ronnie was up to. Labrador is Spanish for?
A launderer.
And a palisade is?
A fence. Oh!